Hello, and welcome to my channel. It's the Network Specialist. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. Everything I will discuss in this video is alleged and in my very own opinion, used for entertainment purposes only. Okay? Karen targets Porsha Williams. Now, guys, we watched this story unfold. Portia was really hush hush. At first, we just seen pictures of Portia talking to what we heard was the FBI. So we had no idea exactly what happened. Okay. So everybody was just kind of speculating. Hey, Mama Bees, thank you so much for being here. So everybody was kind of just speculating, waiting for this story to unfold. We had no idea of what was going on. We seen Portia at BravoCon. We seen her having an amazing time, making lasting memories. Everything was good until she got on that flight. So I just said, let me just sit back and just wait for more information to be put out because we all know that everybody has camera phones these days. And I figured there has to be a video somewhere or somebody seen the situation go down. So I was just kind of sitting back, waiting for more information. So although we still don't know exactly what happened, somebody has came forward to say that they knew somebody that was on that plane with Portia. So let's go ahead and take a look. Like you just can't go nowhere without running into a Karen. My God. And this is kind of sad for Portia because again, she was just at BravoCon having an amazing time. I'm sure she was still on like this natural high. And then for this to go down and be all over social media. Like Portia just can't catch a break. So I'm going to go ahead and play the audio and then I'll go ahead and read the post just in case you didn't hear it clearly.
Described her as an old white Karen.
Uh,
She just said she just kept claiming that Portia hit her, but she said that she didn't see any of that happening. And yeah, she said that Portia looked fabulous in her fur coat and it was just crazy. But I'm like, okay, next time videotape it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's really all we got. But she said it was just her antagonizing Portia and she didn't really see Portia.
Her whole aura in the footage that I've seen has very much been 100% innocence, and I blame the white woman.
I do too. Thank you, Lindsay.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Oh my gosh. By the way, as we get into the news, reading online that Portia's lawyer is saying that Portia was verbally assaulted by an irate and unhinged passenger without provocation.
Yeah.
Lindsay from California is on
sounds
the
right.
phone. She knows someone who was on Portia's plane. Okay, so did your friend see anything?
So my mom's best friend was on the flight. She said she was 3 rows behind the incident. She didn't really see what started it, but she just heard a ruckus. And then she realized it was Portia and she described her as an old white Karen. She just said she just kept claiming that Portia hit her, but she said that she didn't see any of that happening. And yeah, she said that Portia looked fabulous in her fur coat and it was just crazy. But I'm like, okay, next time videotape it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's really all we got. But she said it was just her antagonizing Portia and she didn't really see Portia.
Her whole aura in the footage that I've seen has very much been
So there you go. This young lady who sounds like, she's Caucasian herself, said that her mom told her that it was a white Karen. So, you know, and I believe the reason why Portia is being so hush hush is because she doesn't want to say the wrong thing. She's going to leave it, to her attorneys to handle this because this is a sensitive situation and it can cause a race war. So Portia don't want no lawsuits. Um, I also heard that other people that was in close proximity of the situation also said that Portia didn't do anything wrong, that she was being antagonized by this Karen. So, I'm sorry her trip had to end that way, but I mean, because you can clearly see that Portia has really been working on self growth. She's really been trying to improve her behavior. Portia has been known to fight in the past, and just be a hothead. But I really believe Portia has been working on that, especially for the fact that she has a daughter. And I believe that Portia really wants to be a better role model for Pilar. So I totally believe that Portia was innocent in this situation, but unfortunately, it was caught, with Portia talking to the FBI. So there was no way for Portia to, just get around this being on social media. So let me just go ahead and shout out to Bravo's Snark side because that's where I seen this. And this is exactly what they posted. Someone whose mother's friend was on Portia's plane called into Andy Cohen's live and told an account of what allegedly happened. An older female reported Portia struck her and that it and that is what triggered the incident. The older female being described as a Karen by the person on the flight from behind, still looking for a video of the alleged incident. And I'm pretty sure somebody got video. The only way, well, they could, not have had any service, been on airplane mode, and maybe they still could have been able to take a video. I don't know, but maybe that's why we haven't gotten any video. So let me go ahead. Let me just take a quick look and see what the comments say. So this person said, but no one saw what happened with Big MER, whatever that is. And somebody else said, does anyone remember Portia's family spinoff never aired because of violence? So that's why I wanted to make that statement. Portia has since, I've seen Portia be on her best behavior. Yes, she's gonna have hiccups here and there, but I really do believe Portia is trying to change. So I'm gonna give Portia some grace on this situation. And somebody else said, we obviously need cameras on all flights now. And somebody else said, Karen trying to get Porsche hemmed up, no weapon formed shall prosper. And that's another thing. Portia just has too much to lose. Portia is a reality TV star. She travels all the time. The last thing that Portia wants is to be on a no-fly list. Like, Portia is not crazy. She might, act a little wild sometimes, but Portia is on the come up. So she is not trying to mess that up by not being able to fly to do whatever it is that she needs to do. Like, I'm just not buying it. And then somebody else said, I'm sure more people will step up with info. And that's kind of what I'm waiting on because we still don't have all of the details. But if there is a lawsuit, then we'll get the whole story. Or if there's videos. So that's what we're kind of waiting on. So let me go ahead. Oh, God. And stop sharing because I think this is kind of what Portia was afraid of. Well, hey, Paula, thank you so much for being here. I think this is what Portia was kind of afraid of. She was afraid of people bringing up her violent past, which is why she stayed silent. and why her first statements was talking about mental health and depression. You know, hey, Cece, thank you so much for being here. Is because she knew that once this got out, people would start to bring up her past. And she does have a very violent past. We all know that. But that's not the same Portia that we've seen, I want to say, over the last year or so. We've seen a very calm Portia. So, again, I've already picked a side. I don't think Portia did anything wrong just because, like, she was just in too much of a good place to get on a plane and want to go after an elderly white woman, okay? Because sometimes in the public, we know that that could be a losing battle. Let's just start there. So I don't see Portia picking a fight with this woman. But we all know about Karens, honey. And one thing about prejudice, white women, they are a lot more vicious than prejudiced men, white men. Okay. So we know how those Karens can be. So until I get more details, I'm going to give Portia some grace. And, she just was, you know, targeted by a Karen, in my opinion. So until I hear something different, I'm just going to go with that. So I hope that Portia has been able to get back home, get some rest, and just kind of decompress because Portia has been having a very, very hard time, since the whole divorce thing. So yeah. And Cece said, did you hear Andy's radio show snippet? Some lady called in and said her friend's mom was on the flight and said it was the old white lady who was the problem, not Portia. Yes, Cece, played that clip at the beginning of the live before you got here. So yes, that clip is, what initiated this live is because, I wanted people to know that Portia was not in the wrong this time. And Mama B said, these clear folks have truly got out of pocket. They're going to step to the right one. Exactly. Like you're just going along having a good day, and a Karen just decides that she wants to with you. Like she's probably having a bad day and wants to take it out on somebody. Like it's ridiculous. Like Portia was probably so tired. Like when you go to these type of huge events like BravoCon, you're on your feet all day. I mean, you're getting dressed, you're talking, you're taking photos, you're on panels. Like it's a lot. So by the time you get on your flight home, you're completely drained. So the last thing you want to do is get into it with an elderly white woman. I'm just saying. Like, I would have been so annoyed, but I know that Portia kept her cool. And she also had her assistant, Lauren, with her. And let me tell you, the reason why Portia probably keeps Lauren around, there are certain people that can calm you down when you get irate. I've had a person like that in my life. So I know that a lot of people keep certain people around because they know how to de escalate a situation. They know how to calm them down at the drop of a hat. And maybe Lauren is that person for Portia. So even the way that Portia was looking at the airport, talking to the police or the FBI, whoever that was, Portia looked defeated. And I'm pretty sure that was because she was tired. Flights are tiring, which is why I don't fly a lot because when I take vacations, where I have to go out of town, take a flight, whatever the case may be, I need a vacation from the damn vacation. Like, flights are very draining. Okay. So, Portia probably didn't even have the energy to argue with this lady. Okay. So she probably let that lady talk to the hand and talk to herself. Like, ain't nobody got time for that shit. Portia just ready to get home, see her baby Pilar, relax, have a glass of wine, reminisce about the whole BravoCon. Like, oof. Yeah. People sure know how to ruin a good vacation. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, that's all I have for this video. I just wanted to come and clear Portia's name because I know that there are going to be people that are going to be ready to attack Portia and bring up her violent past. But people do change, people do grow. People get older and, people just have shit to lose. Okay, people ain't got time like everybody. I ain't gonna say everybody, but there has, you know, everybody has had a point in their life when they might have been a little bit on the wild side. As soon as somebody stepped to them, they ready to check a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know, Everybody has been at that point in your life when you didn't let people play in your face, but then you realize what you got to lose, and then you grow the fuck up. Okay. So that's what I think is going on with Portia. So shout out to her. Portia was looking graceful. Portia wasn't Portia is not as loud as she used to be. She's a lot more calmer. She's a lot graceful. Like Portia's whole entire image has changed, in my opinion, for the better. Okay. So guys, if you did not like the video on your way in, please like the video on your way out. And if you happen to be catching the replay, my replay gang, I really do love you guys. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. Drop down in the comments so that we can keep this conversation going. Thank you guys for watching, and bye for now.